Madam Speaker, you see, this parliament, most of its business is conducted under the leadership or leader of government business with the Prime Minister. And the number of issues you have raised rotate around her. The Prime Minister has over 13 ministers in her docket. And I heard recently, Madam Speaker, when there was a reshuffle, many of our ministers were jubilating how they survived, not being returned as ministers. So the procedural matter I'm raising, the time we have been here, members who have been here for some time, when the Prime Minister has not to appear at the beginning of the session, he works with the Speaker so that those strong items are handled at the time he arrives. But here we are with the Prime Minister, whom we debated over to make a Prime Minister. She's very rare in the House. The Vice President, I will not talk about how that one is a known problem. But the procedural matter I would like to raise, Madam Speaker, whether to be okay, to know why the Prime Minister, who is facilitated, who is the leader of government business in Parliament, ends up giving us challenges on our Speaker because of failing to do our work. That we know why she does not enter appearance into this House. This is a very serious matter. The Prime Minister must be here. Today, I was asking one minister on the front row, he said, no, I'm not the Prime Minister. And there's nobody delegated. We used to have General Moses Ali, we know his challenges now. He used to appear here and the Parliament would move. Because when I'm on this side, I want to encounter your side with an informed position from the position of government. But here we are in Parliament, we are raising issues of Lubowa, disaster. The Prime Minister is nowhere to be seen. So, Madam Speaker, wouldn't it be procedure okay that we know what happened to the Prime Minister without the facilitation? Under her ministry, her office, there are over 13 ministers. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Government.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I remember very well the Right Honorable Robina Nabanja Robina, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda and leader of government business in Parliament, wrote to Right Honorable Nakadama Lukia Isanga and copied to you and the Deputy Speaker, and also copied to me as the Minister in charge of General Duties Office of the Prime Minister. The message was, in her absence in the House, and in the absence of the Right Honorable Moses Sali, the Deputy Leader of Government Business in Parliament, she would only be represented by Right Honorable Nakadama Lukia Isanga. So as an obedient servant and a senior person, the letter still stands. I've never received a copy if she withdrew it. Right Honorable Prime Minister, I would really request that in case she wrote and I've not been able to access that letter, withdrawing that letter, I beg to be guided by you. But in my mind, that letter still stands, and I have to go by that. Thank you.
Honorable members, as you've heard that the letter was written to Honorable Nakadama and copied it to me, no other letter rescinding that decision has been copied to me again. So in the circumstance, the other letter still stands.
Madam Speaker, so who is the lead business today? Secondly, where is Honorable Nakadama? But is this letter perennial that will not change? Because we cannot move who is responding
can we
on
hear,
behalf of government.
Can we hear from...
Right Honorable Speaker, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, in exercising his mandate under the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, appointed fellow citizens, the honorable members of this House, and those who are not but qualified to be in this House to serve in different portfolios. I stand here with the appointment of the government chief whip. So in me, I am 3 in 1. I am government, I am a chief, I am a whip, and that is my title. So, Right Honorable Speaker, in the hierarchy of government, in the absence of the top authority, the most senior takes precedent. And in this House, you can see the front bench full of ministers. And the government chief whip is here representing the entire government.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Honorable members, we shall not move if you are going to continue on procedure. Next item.
Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I'm glad that you have guided government, that when they have issues with us as the legislature, bring them to the House. The same way when we have issues, we bring them here with the hope that action gets to be taken, like the matters that are being raised, disaster issues. Hopefully government gets to take action. Right Honourable Speaker, I request that you procedurally guide on a particular issue. On 26th of February, it was a Monday, I went with a team of members of Parliament to the site of Lubowa Specialized Hospital to do our oversight role as members of Parliament to establish what's going on there and give a report to Parliament. I came and gave a report to Parliament to the effect that we were denied access to the precincts of that place. The Minister of State for Finance, the Honourable Henry Musasi, is here. Among the updates he gave to this House was that we have so far injected over $156 million through promissory notes. That's over 600 billion shillings. Right Honourable Speaker, one of the accountability committees we lead, Park Central, has been trying to access these premises to do our work as Parliament, and they have still been denied access. Right Honourable Speaker, I ask that you guide procedurally whether this government is not duty-bound to account to this country, because you cannot inject over 600 billion shillings into a project you don't want us to access as members of Parliament to play our oversight role, and yet you keep coming back to Parliament asking for more money. For what exactly? Why can't you account? Why can't government account over this project? What's so unique about it? We are going to discuss a supplementary schedule where you're asking us for money for different projects. How, as Parliament, are we supposed to give a green light for money to be injected in projects if you cannot account? Right Honourable Speaker, I request that you guide on this matter. Government should be able to account. This is a lot of money that we are talking about. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Honourable members, I requested the Deputy Speaker to go to Lubowa. He went. Don't say he didn't go. You are not his bodyguard. He went and he has a report to that effect. Two, the contractor of Lubowa was changed. And the contractor, we want to give him time. I have been in a discussion with the chairperson of the committee. We want to give him some little time, and then the committee. I can't even go together with the committee. I mean, they must account for the money. They must account for the money. Just be rest assured, Lubowa, we are handling it. And we're in touch with the committee, and the the Right Honourable Deputy Speaker has a report to that effect. The next sitting, which will be the next one, will be sitting, and will give you information to that effect. But also, we can hear from government about Lubowa. Yes.
Thank you. Right Honourable Speaker, we would like to defend you as our leader, as the leader of the legislature. Because
Meanwhile, the other time we were talking about Nambole, there is a testing game tomorrow. Let's
well,
go and watch the testing game
They-
to
they-
see where our money went.
they'll give us an update. What I was saying, Right Honorable Speaker, is that as head of this institution, we would like to defend you. We want government to account for this money. They should not let you, the Speaker, carry their burden. Because we give this money to you, government, the Speaker should not be accounting for you as government. Please do account for the 600 billion shillings. Carry your cross.
So, honorable members, me and the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, we are members of Parliament. When we give you the information, then you interrogate them based on the report that we are going to give. I told you we had to go to Nambole. Yes,
Madam Speaker, I want to thank you very much. Reporting in Parliament is guided by our rules. When a committee reports, what happens? We don't have a rule on what happens when it is the presiding officer reporting. I wanted to
Honorable members, kindly listen to.
So, Madam
Haji.
Speaker, I wanted to be guided because a report sometimes attracts questions. When the Deputy Speaker
They
reports,
attract what? Questions and
sometimes
reactions.
yeah. So when it is the Deputy Speaker reporting, what do we do with that report? Because first of all, the rules don't allow presiding officers to debate.
Honorable members, we asked the Deputy Speaker to go and find out the status. And he will bring it in his communication. And you will react to that effect. And just like you react even when you say anything, you react to it. But that does not mean that we are going to permanently stop people from going there. We have to go there. We have to go there. And there must be value for money. So what we are saying, let's leave these people who have just taken over the site to settle. Then we have a report to that effect, and all the accountability committees that are responsible should be able to go and see what is happening. Naboth.
Madam Speaker, I seek for your indulgence that the rules of procedure we have when we are sworn in, they provide the work that is supposed to be done by the committees. And in this House, Madam Speaker, we have two presiding officers. Now, in a circumstance that the Speaker is the one to visit the hospital. Now,
quote for me the rule of procedure that denies me to go and see and report what is happening. I have been reporting on the rains. I have just been reporting on the rains. Did the procedures refuse me to do that? Huh?
So, Madam Speaker, what is disturbing me is that if we set a precedence that the Speaker will be the one to be allowed to follow these projects, now we shall in future be overwhelmed that members of the committees will always be barred from doing their work, and they wait for the speakers to come. So what the guidance I'm seeking, whether this one will not be referred to in the future to stop other committees from doing the work.
There is
God
an
is
order.
the one that has.
There is an order.
I don't need the order, Madam Speaker, here.
No.
Before I exhaust, let my point.
Naboth, Honorable Musenero is not here. Yes, there's an order from council.
Right, Honorable Speaker.
Was really to help the house.
I want
The leader of opposition went there and he was denied. He was denied, and we wanted to find out why was he denied. And that's why what we are handling. And you should know that we are working for the same thing. Sit. Next item. Next item. Next item.
Item 3, bills first reading, the Contract Farming Bill 2023.
Honorable members, Article 94(4)(c) of the Constitution.